just win the lottery. Good luck. And people who have won the lottery, do you know it has caused more trouble in their life than when they were broke? I remember reading about a guy, I was watching on TV, he worked at Home Depot, okay? There's a reason I say that. Ask me after church and I'll tell you. But anyway, and he played the lottery and he was a Christian. They went to church faithful, him and his wife. They had a little tiny house and their kids and all the little, had a little nice little house, nice little car. They didn't have a lot. He said, if I could just win the lottery, I think my troubles would be over. I could get my house, my little house paid off. Well, he won. He won. It's true. It's on TV. He won. Well, he got the money. Some people heard that he got the money, and somehow they always do. Well, the little house no longer was significant. We won the lottery. We were millionaires. We're millionaires. I don't know how many times over now we got to get us a nice house. Honey, we got to get a nice house. The wife said no. Thank God for good wives. Wife said, well, no, we're fine. Let's pay this off. And No. Got to get a big house. So they went out and he bought a big house. He started buying cars and boats. Well, some young thing found out he had won the lottery. And he was just poor. He was just ugly as he could be. But some young thing found out he won the lottery. Next thing you know, he left his wife and went with this young thing. Then he began to get broke. The money began to run out. And he realized he had left God. He had left his wife and all the good things that God had already given him. And he realized that the money didn't make him happy. It made him sad. His heart was broken. He lost his wife. His kids were mad at him and everything was going on. And he couldn't take it. And this girl, once the money ran out, she ran out. And now he's dead up to his eyeballs, worse than he was. But see, if I could just win, if I could just do something make me feel significant in my life, he already had Jesus. Why wasn't that enough? Amen. See, even Christians get in that point, in that place sometimes. But Jesus is the answer. He said he was a Christian. He might not have been. But then they said what happened was one day his wife was gone somewhere. He was trying to get her to, please let me come back home. I want to come home. She said, no. Said he'd come back home. She was gone. He took a key, went to the master bedroom, and he wrote a letter. All I ever really wanted was you and have peace. Took a shotgun and blew his brains out. When she come home, they found him on the floor. You had all that. If we could just win, if we just had all the money we could stand, we would be better off. I promise you we would be. Let me tell you something. As I've grown older, I found out just sitting in the front yard in a chair with a glass of tea.
Yes, Lord.
And quiet and peaceful, looking up at the blue sky or the evening breeze that is blowing now. How wonderful it feels to just sit there and relax and to know that I'm a Christian. That's the greatest feeling in the world. Amen.
Amen.
To know that the older I get, the more I fall in love with my wife. And just to have her around is such a joy. Amen. To see my kids and my church family. I'm so blessed. I don't know what to do. Amen. I feel so great that God is so good. Solomon had all of this. And he said, everything that I have is come to no good. Let me tell you, Luke 12:15 says this. A man's life consisteth not of the abundance of the things that he has. Life is not a bunch of cars and lands and money and houses and clout and status on a job. It is not that. Life is simple and plain and wonderful and great when you have Jesus in it. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. When your kids are fed and they got a bed to lay in and food in their belly. And it doesn't matter if they wear secondhand clothes. That doesn't matter. Let me tell you, as long as they're clothed. Amen.
Amen.
When I was growing up, if we got secondhand clothes, you couldn't tell me that I wasn't somebody. Amen. I remember Mom had to patch my knees and stuff like that of secondhand clothes that were passed down. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I had clothes and I was warm and I was fed. And so were you. Amen. We forget the good things of God, like sitting down to a good meal around a small table with your family. Let me tell you, There's some in Las Vegas that they went there on a vacation to hear country singing, and they were enjoying themselves, not knowing that this would be the end. That one loved one would be gone. Huh? And we think about, we got to have this, we got to have that to be significant. Let me tell you what makes you a man and a woman. Your husband and your wife and your children, that's what makes you having Jesus Christ in your heart. The rest already will come. Amen. Amen. I don't care if you live in a camper or you live in a mansion. It doesn't matter. If God is there, that makes you significant right there. Amen. Amen. It gives you purpose for living. Why? Because your life could be a blessing to somebody else. Amen. He goes on to say, things can never satisfy the deep needs of your heart. Things can't fulfill that longing in your heart. I want Jesus, 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 and more of Jesus. That's what I need, and that's what I want. Amen. He says in 1 John 2:17, the world passes away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abide forever. Amen. I want to do the will of God, amen, because that's all that matters. How many of you are going to go home? Let me speak from the heart. How many of you are going to go home today, go to a restaurant or something and sit down with your loved one and eat a good meal? All of us, right? You're going to go home, or you're going to go to a restaurant, you're going to sit down, and you're going to eat a good meal. And you're going to sit, and at that moment in that meal, watch this. How many of us sit down at a table at a restaurant and we start thinking about bills and what we got to do tomorrow? I don't think about that. Man, I'm too busy working at Ford, brother. I'm not thinking about nothing but that moment that I'm in and how peaceful and nice it is. And that waitress bringing me that tea if I'm drinking tea. You know, it is the greatest feeling in the world, man, to go to a restaurant and sit down with your family or at your table and your wife's done cooked you a good dinner, or your mom or your dad or whatever, and you're sitting and you're eating. You're not thinking about nothing, but just enjoying right then. Why can't we live our lives like that and feel satisfied? How many of you walk away from mom's table or your wife's table or your husband done cooked a meal or a church meal like we'll have next Sunday, and you walk away and say, man, I wish I hadn't went. I just had the most awful time. I never do that.
Too many calories.
Too many calories. No, I don't even think about that. Well, my sugar's going up. Let it go up. I'm going to keep going. I'll take a shot tomorrow. Hallelujah. Because you feel so great in that very moment that there's nothing on your mind but happiness and joy. That's what God wants for you and I. Amen. Now, y'all are talking about Pastor Appreciation next Sunday. You know what I'm thinking about already? I can't wait to sink my teeth in that macaroni and cheese and them collard greens. I'm thinking about that. And I'm the one fixing it. Amen. Hallelujah. And whatever else we have. I can't hardly wait to see. I know Christine's going to bring some of them butter beans.
Yes, she is.
Pour it out. Pour it out.
I mean, not mention nobody's name or nothing. Make sure she put that ham in there like she usually does, a big old dried butter beans. Huh? What? See, I'm already thinking, I'm already happy. I can't wait till next Sunday gets here. I can't wait to belly up and sit down. You see what I'm talking about? Why? Because God is so good. Jesus is so good. Amen. This is not about a pastor appreciation. This is about a church appreciation as far as I'm concerned. That we come together and we're joyful and we eat, we fellowship, and we talk about how good everything is. And man, those are good collards, those are good this, those are good that, those are good beans or this. And we just enjoy the moment of one another. That's joy unspeakable and full of glory. Amen. Amen. You see, simple things of life. He goes on to say, and I turn myself to behold wisdom and madness and folly. For what can the man do that cometh after the king? Even that which he has already done. Then I saw that wisdom excelleth folly, as far as light excelleth the darkness. Wisdom is the greatest thing. The wisdom of Jesus Christ. It ought to make you feel significant in this life. Have purpose for living. Just knowing Jesus. Amen. It doesn't matter in things. I'm going to show you that here in just a moment. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness. And I myself perceive also that one event happeneth to them all. One thing is going to happen. It's going to happen to everyone. We'll die one day. We're all going to die one day. Okay? He goes on to say, this said I in my heart, as it happeneth to the fool, so it happeneth even to me. And why was then I more wise? That I said in my heart, that this also is vanity. anything outside of Jesus Christ, and you're trying to push for that one thing, it's vanity. It's vanity. I want to get somewhere right quick. For there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever. Seeing that which now is in the days to come shall all be forgotten. And who now dieth, the wise man as the fool. We all going to die. We're all going to, and everything you do. How many people you said, let me mark this right quick because I don't want to lose my place. How many people you see, I'm leaving everything to my kids, I've got all this and I'm going to leave all that. You're exactly right because you're not taking it with you. Somebody's going to get your stuff.
That's right.
Amen. Somebody's going to get every bit of it. Whatever you leave. I'm trying not to leave Daniel Liddy nothing. Amen. I'm trying to spend it while I'm here. Amen. I'm telling you what, I'm going to leave Daniel Liddy the bills. I'm put on the bill. This is for you, Daddy loves you.